Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WATP, let's get to the news. It seems that the world of Scottish football has been thrown into a state of shock after Paul Gascoigne, one of the most iconic figures to ever grace the pitch, stepped forward with comments about the future of Rangers that no one saw coming. Fans across Glasgow and beyond were quick to share the news, with social media exploding almost immediately after Gascoigne's statement was leaked to the press. The former midfielder, whose career was filled with highs and lows, did not mince his words, openly suggesting that the current management at Ibrox must invest more heavily in their squad if they truly want to compete for top honors in the coming seasons. Gaza, as he is affectionately known, made clear that talent alone would not be enough, arguing that financial commitment is crucial to bring the best players and create a team capable of dominating both domestically and in Europe. The timing of these comments is particularly eyebrow-raising, coming as Rangers are navigating a transitional period in the club's leadership and squad structure, and many insiders are already speculating that this could spark a broader debate among fans, pundits, and the board itself. Gascoigne didn't just stop at general observations. He went further to pinpoint specific areas where Rangers could improve. According to sources close to him, he believes that the club's attacking options are underwhelming given their financial capacity and historical stature. They need creativity, flair, and someone who can change games on their own, he allegedly said, hinting that the recruitment strategy has been too cautious or unimaginative in recent years. Football supporters are already dissecting these remarks, with some agreeing that the team needs a spark to challenge Celtic and other European competitors effectively. Others, however, are more skeptical, warning that Gaz's view may be colored by nostalgia and personal experiences rather than the modern realities of the sport. Yet the buzz is undeniable. Betting forums, fan blogs, and mainstream outlets are now all abuzz with analysis and speculation, wondering whether the Rangers board will feel compelled to respond publicly. The sheer audacity of a retired English legend critiquing a Scottish powerhouse has added a dramatic twist to the ongoing narrative surrounding the club's ambitions. The football world thrives on moments like this, when an unexpected voice breaks the monotony of standard press releases and cautious managerial statements. Gascoigne's reputation as a maverick ensures that his opinions are rarely ignored, and Rangers fans are caught in a swirl of excitement, curiosity, and apprehension. While some see his comments as a wake-up call, others worry that such public scrutiny could place unnecessary pressure on players and staff alike. Nevertheless, it has sparked an unprecedented level of discussion across online forums and social media channels, where debates rage about transfer strategies, squad depth, and managerial competence. The Scottish Premiership, already known for its intensity and local rivalries, now has an added layer of intrigue as insiders and supporters alike try to predict whether the board will heed Gaz's advice or dismiss it as celebrity speculation. Analysts suggest that this could influence future negotiations for both players and managers, as a high-profile endorsement or critique often carries weight beyond the immediate headlines. The timing of Gascoigne's comments, coinciding with the transfer window and strategic planning period, has magnified their potential impact exponentially. What's particularly fascinating is the historical context that Gascoigne brings to the discussion. Having played at the highest levels of English football and experienced the intense scrutiny of professional sport, his perspective carries the weight of first-hand experience. He knows what it takes to compete with elite clubs, and fans are hanging onto every word, dissecting his statements for hidden meaning or actionable insight. Many supporters are drawing comparisons between Gaz's era and the present day, questioning whether Rangers are failing to learn from past lessons and whether their ambitions match their financial muscle. The narrative is evolving rapidly, with pundits speculating that Gascoigne's involvement in the conversation could even influence player morale, as athletes often pay attention when a figure of his stature critiques club strategies. The story is further complicated by the fact that Gaza had a history with Celtic rivals, adding a layer of tension and rivalry to his remarks. Every tweet, article, and fan comment is now being scrutinized for indications that this could be the start of a significant turning point in the club's trajectory. Insiders suggest that the Rangers board has been quietly aware of these concerns, but had previously kept strategies internal, wary of public scrutiny. Gascoigne's statement, however, has changed the dynamics entirely, forcing the club to confront external opinions head-on. Speculation is mounting that this could accelerate discussions about new signings, contract renewals, and potential managerial shifts. Some journalists argue that the timing could not have been more perfect, creating a media storm that feeds both anticipation and tension in equal measure. It is a reminder that football is not just about matches, but about narratives, personalities, and the drama that surrounds every decision at the top level. Fans are already predicting the kinds of players that would satisfy Gaza's criteria, debating potential transfers, and even theorizing about the financial implications of increased investment in the squad. In essence, a single comment has triggered an entire ecosystem of speculation, analysis, and fervent discussion, highlighting the interconnectedness of media, supporters, and club administration in shaping football's ongoing storylines. Beyond the immediate implications for Rangers, Gaza's remarks have sparked wider conversations across Scottish football. Experts are analyzing what investment truly means in the modern game, and whether Rangers' financial strategies are aligned with their long-term goals. Comparisons with other clubs across Europe are inevitable, with debates about sustainability, talent acquisition, and competitive balance dominating discussions. Gascoigne's authority as a former player lends credibility to his critique, making it more than just celebrity gossip. It becomes a talking point that challenges assumptions about club management. Social media amplifies these conversations exponentially, turning local speculation into a national and even international discourse. Fans are already sharing hypothetical lineups, potential transfer targets, and budget scenarios, with each post fueling the next wave of discussion. The club's performance on the pitch is now under a new spotlight, magnified by the weight of public opinion and the expectations created by Gaza's candid intervention. The ripple effects extend beyond Rangers' immediate environment, impacting how other Scottish clubs approach recruitment, fan engagement, and media relations. Some believe that Gascoigne's candidness could inspire players to push harder, knowing that legendary figures are watching and evaluating the club's decisions. Others worry about the pressure that such scrutiny could bring, especially on younger talents still developing their careers. Nevertheless, the commentary has invigorated debate, energized supporters, and created a sense of urgency that wasn't as palpable before. Analysts are already dissecting tactical setups, recent performances, and potential transfer markets, attempting to reconcile Gaza's advice with the realities of the modern game. Every development at Ibrox is now being interpreted through the lens of this unexpected intervention, with fans watching closely for hints that the board might adjust strategies. The atmosphere is electric, combining excitement with speculation and creating a storyline that could dominate Scottish football coverage for weeks to come. The power of one opinion, delivered at the right moment, has once again demonstrated the influence of high-profile voices in shaping sports narratives. Finally, while Gascoigne's statement has generated controversy and debate, it has undeniably brought attention back to the ambitions and challenges faced by Rangers. The club now finds itself at a crossroads, balancing the expectations of fans, the realities of financial planning, and the need to maintain competitive performance. Speculation continues to grow about whether this will lead to tangible changes in recruitment policies, managerial strategies, or boardroom decisions. Every media outlet, fan forum, and social channel is now focused on deciphering the next move, creating a pressure cooker environment in which each decision is scrutinized to the fullest. Gaza's remarks have transformed what might have been routine off-season analysis into a full-blown narrative of urgency, ambition, and potential transformation. Scottish football, already rich in drama and rivalry, now has a new chapter to follow, one where a legendary figure's unexpected commentary could shape the future of one of its most storied clubs. The buzz is undeniable, and it seems unlikely to dissipate anytime soon, leaving supporters eagerly anticipating both the club's response and the unfolding storyline. The reactions to Gascoigne's remarks didn't stop at fan forums or social media threads. They've now reached pundits, former players, and even rival clubs, each adding their interpretation to the growing speculation surrounding Rangers. Newspapers and online platforms are analyzing every syllable, debating whether his call for increased investment is practical or merely the musings of a legendary figure reflecting on the glory days of football. The sheer immediacy of the response shows how influential a single voice can be, particularly when it belongs to someone who has walked the same pitch and felt the pressure of expectation. Analysts argue that Gaz's comments could act as a catalyst for the board to reassess their transfer policies, financial strategies, and overall vision. But skeptics warn that impulsive reactions to media pressure might disrupt carefully planned development. Amidst this frenzy, fans are discussing which positions need reinforcement, which potential signings could satisfy both Gaz's criteria and modern football demands, and how these changes might impact the team's dynamic. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, transforming from a simple opinion into a full-blown story that shapes perceptions, influences conversations, and potentially even affects decision-making at the club. Insiders hint that Rangers' executive team is closely monitoring the unfolding situation, aware that public sentiment and media coverage now exert significant influence over operational choices. Gascoigne's public stance, they note, may inadvertently put pressure on managers and scouts to deliver immediate results rather than focus on long-term development plans. Meanwhile, supporters speculate about potential marquee signings, debating which players could bring the creativity and flair Gaz mentioned. Some fans argue that the club has been too cautious in past transfer windows, missing opportunities to strengthen key areas and asserting that a bolder approach is overdue. Others caution that reckless spending could destabilize the club financially and disrupt team cohesion. The balance between ambition and prudence is now at the forefront of discussion, and Gaz's remarks have amplified the debate. Commentary programs dissect his statements, weigh historical context against current realities, and consider how such a high-profile critique might affect the psychology of both the squad and rival clubs. In essence, his words have transcended mere opinion, shaping the narrative around Rangers' ambitions, decision-making, and competitive prospects in a manner that few outside observers could have anticipated. What makes this situation particularly compelling is the fusion of nostalgia, authority, and speculation that Gascoigne brings. Fans remember his exploits, his passion, and the flair he exhibited on the field, which imbues his critique with an almost mythic resonance. Discussions are not merely about finances or tactical adjustments. They're about rekindling an era of boldness, creativity, and competitive spirit that many supporters feel has faded. Football talk shows and podcasts now use his statements as springboards for broader debates about Scottish football, player development, and how clubs balance heritage with modern demands. Analysts point out that Rangers are at a pivotal moment, needing to demonstrate that they can honor tradition while embracing innovation, and Gascoigne's intervention underscores that challenge in stark, public terms. Every decision, every potential signing, and every managerial move is now seen through the lens of whether it aligns with the heightened expectations created by his commentary. Social media interactions, trending hashtags, and fan videos continue to amplify the story, turning it into a cultural touchstone beyond mere football speculation. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The ripple effects extend even further, influencing rivalries, commercial interests, and fan engagement. Celtic supporters, for instance, have not remained silent, some mocking or questioning Gaz's credibility, while others debate whether Rangers' newfound spotlight could reignite competitive tensions in the league. Sponsors and partners, aware of the sudden surge in attention, may reconsider marketing campaigns or initiatives eager to capitalize on heightened fan engagement. Football journalists note that the narrative has already influenced transfer market speculation, with rumors about potential signings gaining traction simply because of the added visibility Gascoigne has provided. The phenomenon demonstrates how a single public statement, particularly from a figure as charismatic and polarizing as Gaza, can reverberate through multiple layers of football culture. Conversations are no longer limited to tactical analysis. They encompass finance, psychology, media strategy, and even international perception. This multidimensional discussion creates an atmosphere of anticipation and tension that feeds both the sport and the media ecosystem, illustrating how intertwined modern football has become with celebrity, opinion, and public discourse. Meanwhile, fan communities have gone into overdrive, creating threads, polls, and hypothetical scenarios imagining the Gaza-approved Rangers. Supporters debate which managers could implement the vision implied by his comments, which players would fit, and whether the club's youth system could contribute to a squad capable of meeting these heightened expectations. The discourse has become a complex ecosystem of speculation, analysis, and passion, where each post sparks a dozen more, and each theory is examined with meticulous fervor. In forums and fan channels, debates rage about financial feasibility, tactical suitability, and historical lessons, with some suggesting that Gaza's influence might inspire a new era of ambition, while others caution against letting nostalgia cloud rational planning. The story has morphed from a single interview into an ongoing saga, and every development at Ibrox now attracts additional scrutiny. Analysts, journalists, and fans alike are attempting to predict the club's next steps, turning each rumor into a narrative that could shape public perception, affect morale, and even influence actual managerial decisions, proving the extraordinary impact of celebrity commentary in sports today. The narrative complexity is further heightened by comparisons to other European clubs, where financial muscle and ambitious recruitment have delivered domestic and continental success. Commentators speculate whether Rangers can emulate these models, or whether their strategy needs a uniquely Scottish approach, balancing tradition with modernity. Gascoigne's remarks have catalyzed discussions about squad composition, wage structures, and investment priorities, drawing attention to both the strengths and vulnerabilities of the club. Analysts explore hypothetical scenarios in which Rangers secure marquee signings, upgrade facilities, or adjust managerial structures, all while attempting to quantify the potential impact on performance and fan engagement. Every nuance of Gaza's statements is dissected, from his emphasis on creativity to the implicit critique of caution in past recruitment policies. The media frenzy has made it clear that even subtle suggestions from high-profile figures can alter the course of public debate, spark intense speculation, and potentially influence strategic decisions. Rangers' story is now entwined with Gaza's commentary, transforming a routine off-season into a drama-laden narrative that captures national attention. In the midst of all this, the club itself remains an enigmatic figure, with little official comment yet released, fueling further intrigue. The silence of the board, executives, and managerial staff is being interpreted in myriad ways, from deliberate restraint to calculated strategy, each theory generating its own wave of speculation. Fan reactions range from excitement to frustration, with some urging immediate action and others advocating patience. The media capitalizes on this tension, producing round-the-clock analysis, opinion pieces, and countdowns to the next reveal or official statement. Even the players are caught in the crossfire of public expectation, with pundits debating how Gaza's critique might affect morale, motivation, and team cohesion. The interconnectedness of media, fans, and club decisions has never been more apparent, and the story continues to evolve daily. Each passing day without resolution adds layers of anticipation, keeping Rangers at the center of Scottish football discourse and maintaining a level of excitement that few off-season periods achieve. Speculation is now merging with strategy, as insiders suggest that Gaza's intervention might influence the recruitment market in subtle ways. Agents, players, and prospective signings may consider the public attention when weighing options, and clubs competing with Rangers could adjust their approaches accordingly. The ripple effect extends beyond immediate signings to broader considerations about tactical philosophy, managerial authority, and a message the club wants to convey to supporters and rivals. Gaz's opinions, once merely commentary, now form part of a larger narrative that shapes perception, media coverage, and potentially even internal decision-making. This blurring of influence, where celebrity critique intersects with corporate and sporting strategy, highlights the complexity of modern football ecosystems. Every announcement, transfer, and tactical choice will now be measured against the backdrop of the expectations his words have generated. Fans, journalists, and competitors alike watch with bated breath, understanding that even small decisions may carry disproportionate weight in this charged atmosphere, and that the power of a single legendary voice remains remarkably potent. Finally, as the saga unfolds, one thing becomes increasingly clear. Gascoigne's comments have ignited a conversation that will dominate Scottish football for months to come. The combination of celebrity influence, historical perspective, and the timing of his remarks has created a perfect storm of speculation, analysis, and anticipation. Rangers are at a pivotal crossroads, facing pressures from media, fans, and internal ambitions, all intensified by Gaz's candid critique. The story continues to evolve in real time, with each new development dissected across social media, fan forums, and mainstream outlets. Whether this leads to immediate action, long-term strategic shifts, or simply heightened scrutiny remains to be seen, but the excitement and debate it has generated are undeniable. Scottish football has been captivated, and the ripples of Gascoigne's words will likely influence discussions about the club, its players, and its ambitions for years to come, ensuring that Ibrox remains at the heart of football conversation long after the initial statement. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comment section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.